Legend of Total War here with a new campaign series for Rome Total War. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a campaign today that has been on my to-do list for quite some time, and is claimed to be the most difficult campaign in Rome Total War, which isn't really saying much, because Rome Total War as a game is pretty easy for veteran players. And I've clocked thousands of hours on Rome Total War, so that would definitely put me in the veteran category. I'm going to be playing as Numidia. So out of all these factions, Numidia is claimed to be the most difficult to play as them, probably because they have the smallest and weakest unit roster out of any of them. But that being said, I don't anticipate that it's going to be that hard. I mean, they do have some tactical advantages, and I'll just use that I'll just play to my strengths and not play to my weaknesses. That being said as well, so we're playing on the hardest difficulty, and mostly just try and have a fun campaign with this probably mostly not fun to play faction. I mean, this is a faction that's not actually supposed to be playable. In order to get this faction to be playable, you have to go into the data to find the strat file, which I've known how to do this for years. I'm surprised some people don't even know how to do this, and just go into the strat file and then change it from unplayable to unlocked or playable, and then you can play as all the factions. The only faction that I didn't want to unlock is Rebels, because I think that is the only campaign that actually really does fuck up. But anyway, we're going to play as Numidia. We're going to play long campaign victory conditions, so I'm not going to go for full map because I think that would just be too boring, and we'll just have some fun. Okay, it's not supposed to actually have an intro video, because like I said, this faction was not designed to be actually playable. It's allowed to be playable, but it's not designed to be. So, because it's episode 1's always generates loads more views and everything else. So I want to use this opportunity to chat to you guys about not really the direction of the channel, but basically the content that you can expect. Now, one of the big things that people are asking me, I'm getting quite a few messages on Facebook and on live streams and things like that, is about Total War Warhammer. You know, Legend, you haven't been playing any Total War Warhammer lately, what the fuck's going on? And, you know, Norska's coming out, are you going to be playing Norska? Look, at this stage, when I went through my channel reforms recently, and it was a big reform, and my channel is going so much better now, and it's been consistently good. I'm getting a hell of a lot less criticism, and I'm feeling a lot better these days. I have a lot less anger issues. But anyway, one of the reasons for that is that I'm not doing games that I don't want to play. Now, when it comes down to it, I just played so much Total War Warhammer that I'm just not really that interested in it anymore. So, Norska, I've actually decided whether or not, I haven't got it yet, but whether or not I get it from Creative Assembly, I've decided I'm not going to cover that campaign. I might do like a very short video just letting you guys know what I think of it, but apart from that, I'm not going to do a Let's Play campaign of it. As for Total War Warhammer 2, I don't know if I'm even going to do a single one of those campaigns. I just don't know at this stage, because at the end of the day, I'm having so much more fun playing games that I want to play, and it gets more views, and I'm going to stick to that. I'm tired of playing games or campaigns that I don't want to do just for what I thought would be views, but it doesn't actually end up generating views because people just see how unhappy I am playing it. So anyway, let's just have fun. I think that would be the best option. All right, so playing as Numidia. Now, if we have a look at them, let's have a look at their unit roster. So if we have a look here, early units are just Numidian javelin men. Then from large 10 you can get desert infantry, which are on a very hard difficulty. Just don't even bother. They're basically peasants. Let's say have good morale, but that's, I don't know, I don't think they're very good. Then after this they get desert infantry with 1 extra experience, which certainly would help them a little bit. And then there's Numidian legionaries, which is the only heavy infantry I think worth them getting, which I think is a completely ahistorical unit. I don't know though. Then as for cavalry, they've got Numidian cavalry, which are Jav Cav, which, as many of you know, I don't like javelin cavalry. I much prefer horse archers. And then there's the long shield and Numidian camel riders. Probably leaning towards going for the long shield cavalry. Where is it? Come here. Reasonable stats, not fantastic, but you can do a lot with light cavalry in this. I'm sure they're actually heavy cavalry. I'm not a big fan of camels. Yes, they scare horses, but I just don't like their speed. And if you have a look at the stats differences, attack 8, total defense 13. Oh, it's the same. They're just 10 extra recruitment costs. They're the exact same stats, except they have a combat bonus in desert. Okay, well maybe I will get some. Who knows? And then there's archers. So I quite like archers. Slingers, I can recognize the use of slingers, but I just prefer archers and onagers, which I'm not a big fan of using artillery in Rome Total War, even for sieges, just because I know how to do sieges without them. Basically, I don't like destroying the settlements I'm trying to go to. I don't like using sap points, especially with larger stone walls, because you take down the wall, right? But you still have to deal with the towers, and the towers on very high difficulty you just end up wrecking your stuff. So I'm much better off using the siege tower and actually capturing the towers, which takes a lot longer, but whatever. Alright, now, Numidia over here. This is kind of out of the way. I'm not expecting anyone to actually come here, so what I want to do is recruit... Hang on, what's our finances like? I've never played this campaign before, guys, going in completely blind. So we are losing money, so what we need to do is either increase taxes or conquer something right off the bat. So there's a settlement down here. I think it's called Nepte. Let's see. I'm going to recruit just 1 unit of peasants. Hopefully that should be enough to maintain public order. Yep. Then I'm going to send these guys. I'm not going to worry too much about Nepte right now. Let's go pick a fight with Carthage.
Onward, out of moves, great lord.
Okay, I'm not too concerned about anyone coming over here. So once again, just recruit a unit of peasants, because they make a very cheap town guard. Also, in the previous Rome Total War campaign that I did, which was the Scipio campaign, obviously there were frame rate issues. I wasn't recording at 60 FPS, but I was only getting like 20 FPS. I figured out a way to actually get the full 60 FPS. So this is 1080p 60 FPS going onto YouTube. I don't see the point in recording 1440p, even though I could. It's just the file size, I think it's just too high for my internet speed and the amount of data that I can upload. Anyway, let's get going. Just leave one behind to begin with, just so I know exactly what's going on with it. Okay, so we need to lower the taxes. I want to bring him, get him over here. We just throw everything that we've got at Carthage pretty much right away. And we're going to need, let's see, we're going to need Shrine to Baal. Baal, I don't know how it's pronounced. Baal. I've heard all these different pronunciations. Help reduce corruption a little bit. Okay, now this is where we want the troops to be recruited from, because it's on the way there. Let's see, so if we upgrade this we get Desert Infantry. I'm not interested at all in getting Desert Infantry at this stage. Let's, we're going to need some public order, so let's get that first. Archers are good. Alright, so I'm going to get Numidian Cavalry because it won't deplete our manpower here by quite as much. And we're going to need to upgrade the taxes here.
Orders?
Have them stay there just for the time being, until the reinforcements show up. Then we'll hopefully find a good opportunity to attack Carthage. Conquering Carthage will put us in good financial standing. Now we also own Siwa over here, which, I mean, we could go and attack Egypt, but it's risky. Okay, what do we got here? Temple of Baal, okay, good.
Orders, my liege, march!
Okay, the public order here is not great.
Mighty general! Orders, splitting the troops.
Okay, so we get an extra 15% because it's twice the numbers, so it should be able to maintain public order. So if we look at ourselves financially now, we're really in the sort of financial shit, but don't worry about that right this very moment. A port probably isn't going to help us that much. Yes, it would provide a little bit of trade, but what we need is population growth, because that's where you're going to get the majority of the income right now. So I'm thinking if I can hit the Thebes, I think it's down here. and take that off them.
Orders.
Get the mercenaries when we arrive there, so I'm not paying for them the entire way. Because you've got to be aggressive. You can't be like, oh, I'm so poor, I just disband all my armies. No, that's not the way to go about it. You take a chance, recruit as much as you can, and go and conquer something, because that's how you make some money. Alright, let's move on.
Sire, move out.
So we're at minus 26.
Orders. Not possible, sire.
Okay,
Move out.
this is much better
Great lord.
than I thought it was going to be. Let's increase that to high taxes. Financially, we're still really bad. But that's okay. We can increase the taxes here as well. Okay, it's still going downhill. That'll help increase our income, but not by lots.
General. Forward. Moves depleted, mighty lord.
We're only losing a few coins a turn. And with population growth, that will... You know, what's the population growth here? 2%. That's increasing the amount of money that it's going to make.
Sire.
I don't want to disband any of these units. They're not exactly expensive, and I do want them.
Sire.
Hang on, let me see that. So they cost more than the cavalry. That's okay.
Mighty general. Move out. Out of moves.
A
Great
big
lord.
band of rebels showed up there. Now, as for Carthage, like I don't care about being a dickhead. Let's try and make some money from this. So trade rights for 1,000. They probably won't accept this, but you never know. Maybe they will. Okay, good. They accepted that. Then let's try and sell them map information. Oops. Because I can use this money to reinvest into my own territory. Good. That worked. I'm not going to make an alliance with them. I don't need map information. So with that money, use it to reinvest in our settlements so that they can make more cash. So farms are a good choice early on. Get the population growing. So this is the capital here, which I think that works out well. Yeah, land. Oh, hang on. Roads could be very useful. It'll help them traverse the area, because we want to get over to Carthage quickly. Building the governor's villa there. I think that's a good idea. So that used up all of our money, and we're still... No, actually, now we're actually increasing in cash, probably because we're making a little bit of trade from Carthage. Maybe I actually should have built a port. Now, I mean, we trade with them via road, so we don't need ports with them just yet. Well, don't get me wrong, we'll get ports, just not yet. Right, moving on. Can only build one thing at a time. Okay, so same with Egypt. Let's... Wait, what are they offering? Okay, I don't want map information from them. I want to offer map information for 2,000. Same deal I gave to Carthage. Okay.
My liege. Forward.
Alright, so Thebes is not well defended. But there's rebels in the way, and these guys are making their way down here. So how many generals do I have? I've got...
My liege.
Obviously one. There's 2 in here. No, as in number 2 in there. There's 3. So I've got 3 generals. 4. No, that's not general. Alright, let's make you up here. Move a little bit further.
Moves depleted, mighty lord.
If I wanted to be super efficient, I'd just disband all my infantry and just hire cavalry. To be honest.
Sire.
Maybe that's what I should be doing. Okay, so these guys over here, what are they? So they got some archers. Don't know what else they've got. No, don't hire them. Alright.
Attack! Victory is ours, mighty one. Move out.
So what are these? Skirmishes. And what's the other one? More skirmishers. It's all just horse order skirmishers. My cavalry should do okay. It's a good opportunity for him to get some experience, but I don't want to burn up my troops. Hang on. Next. Shit, man. I was just gonna check. Okay, let's do this.
Now is the time for battle. Pull on your armor.
We don't need to hear whatever he's got to say. Oh, there's time remaining. I want to turn that off. Okay, so since they're skirmishers, what we want to do here is actually get into melee with them, even with the javelin cav. But the main thing is that we just need to make sure that our general doesn't get killed.
Reinforcements, as if numbers mattered.
Turn them off. Have them shoot. You can skirmish for the time being, just for a moment. You get in there. Get in there. Hopefully they break. So we got our general in there. Can you guys stop firing?
Enemy cowards, run! Drive them from the battlefield!
So we run them down just to get some experience. So another thing is that the Numidian General's bodyguard is probably going to be one of the best units we can use.
Now we will see the measure of his soldiers' courage.
So getting loads of General's bodyguard will help us in battle. As you guys know, I'm a cavalry commander. Give me good cavalry and I'll conquer you the world. You know, unless the cavalry is actually shit. Which negates exactly what I just said. I just want to recover a little bit of fatigue. So what's this one up here? Bowmen. Those are probably the most dangerous just due to their range. So I want him to take the damage from them because obviously he can recover troops. They don't. So yeah, you harass them, you charge them down. Those bowmen are routing, you probably don't need to chase them down. How about you go and do it? Main thing also is that we make sure that our general doesn't get killed. I think I need to reduce the volume. I think it's a little bit loud. I'll have to listen back to this episode afterwards and just make sure the audio levels are correct. Okay, they're rebels, so they're not going to, they're all going to get wiped out even if I don't run them down. But this is about getting some experience. Especially for him, he's going to be our best fighter. Need to make sure he lives. So his bodyguards need to be decent.
Victory! Mighty General!
Alright, now, what's in here? There's not a lot. Now we can hire this unit. And conquer us. Not particularly good sentiment. So this is just this is a large town, just doesn't have walls. Now we'll probably have to deal with the defense here. What kind of general is he? Has he got chariots? So that's going to be very irritating for us to deal with. But we got to be aggressive because we're bankrupt. Poor countries need to go to war and just do the best they can. Okay, so what we want to do right off the bat, if we can, try and get rid of these bowmen and those slingers, and then use our javelin men to take out the other infantry. So we just fucked off that trade agreement. I didn't care about the trade agreement. I was much more interested in just a standalone cache.
Before the sun sinks in the west, this battle will be done.
Okay, their speeches in all they annoy me. I only like listening to the Romans. Alright, so let's have a look. How are we going to approach this? What's the safest way in? I think coming in from here gives us multiple options on the approach in which we want to go to get in here. Actually, I don't think they can walk. They might be able to walk through there. Okay, so just... I can't put them that close. And what we need to do is find their bowmen. Take them out right now. Peasants, just get in over here. Okay, charge in there, hopefully they'll break. Got to send the missile cavalry in to really pound down the morale. Because units don't get that scared when you're shooting them, but they definitely get scared when cavalry charge into them. That's what we're trying to do here. Taking a lot of casualties on these bowmen. Good.
General is the perfect enemy. He does not stand but runs away. Is there any point in killing him?
Of course there is. We still got the other motherfuckers to go.
The general has been killed. Now we will see the measure of these soldiers' courage.
Alright, I gotta remember to turn off this timer. Not that the battles ever take 45 minutes, I just don't want it to. Okay, so, these slingers are going to be a problem for us. They need to be killed. So get in over here. He's got loads of experience. I'm just worried about himself getting killed. That's all. So what are they building over here? They're building stables. Would have been nicer for them to finish, but I'm not waiting around for it. This is a good opportunity to attack them. I'll enslave them, which will increase the population in the area. Alright, so you go in, head first. And you go in reserve. These Nubian spearmen here, if they start to come in at us, then we need to pull back. We want to use the javelin men to get rid of them. So I don't particularly want you getting involved, and I don't want you guys shooting. Save your ammunition for the Nubian spears. So people have been wondering how I've managed to get such good performance with Rome Total War. You just gotta turn off anti-aliasing. Turn that off. And I've got a very good processor. Okay, now get him out of there. Okay, now I want you to hang back here. Because we're not quite done with these slingers. As far as I'm concerned, the general is, he's done his job. You come round over here. Yeah, they can flank him. Well, it was your own fault for fucking not staying with the rest of your troops. Dumbass. Come on, get over here. If you obey my orders, majority of you will stay alive. If you disobey me, you're probably going to get killed. And that makes me angry because I don't want to get you guys killed. Okay, if you charge in here, they'll probably break. Anyway, they're out of their pike formation, so now's the best time to attack them. Get in there quick. Just try to kill as many of them as you can. Okay, they're gonna rally. Get back. That worked out very nicely. I don't even need infantry. Alright, you come in over here, because I don't care if some of them die. No point really sending them all in at once, just because this is not enough room to get in here. Okay, we're out of ammo. I think they've only got one slinger left. Yeah, so he's no big threat. Get these guys out of here, they've done their job. There's no sense in sending them in. We've still got ammunition enough to kill them all. And with them in few numbers, they'll break.
Victory is yours. Glorious victory. Settlement captured.
So yeah, we want to enslave them, which will send a lot of population over to Cirta, or Coda. I don't know how it's pronounced. Hard C, soft C, I don't know. So, just going back also to the topic of what's going on with my channel. So, I still get a lot of requests for, what's it called? Mods, like Divide et Impera and other mods. And I really have come to the decision that, as much as they are enjoyable to play, I think they make for terrible Let's Play series, especially the way I play it. And so I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to, as I said before, requests are off the table. So it's just because I know what generates views over other things. Because like, I don't want to bang on about this too much, but like I checked out like Lionheart's stuff, like with his stuff with Divide et Impera. It didn't get any more or less views than vanilla. He just ends up being bogged down for 100 episodes. Alright, good. So we can get archers from here. I would certainly like those. How are we going financially now? So we're making about 600 a turn extra from the income from this. Now we're going to need to prepare ourselves because these motherfuckers are going to be here. And we'll need cavalry. Get some archers because they're certainly better than javelin men. But this has gone pretty well to begin with. So he's probably not too happy about this. He's like, what the fuck? We just got a trade agreement. Well, I don't know. It might be an idea actually to get a peace treaty with them and then just... I don't think they'll accept it, but it doesn't cost us anything to try.
Waiting your command. At once. Out of moves, sir. I serve your will.
Okay, so this army here, hopefully he goes somewhere else. We want to hit them when they're not well defended, not when they're at their strongest. I want more Numidian cavalry. They've proven themselves to be fairly effective. Problem is, I'm just not making very much money. I do need more construction. Okay, maybe I'll cancel this and instead build something. Buildings are more important at this stage. Well, not more important, but I've got enough military, I think, to begin with. So we want to get more population growth, so we're nearly at the next level here. And also, farms do provide a good early amount of income. So if you look at the difference here, right, this provides about an extra income of 60 if I was to build a port. You know, it's close to it, but also it's, let me just see here. It's a more expensive building, but it doesn't also provide population growth. But actually, the trade wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. But yeah, the more we increase our population, the higher those trade values are going to get. Alright, let's go with that. Moving on. So yep, I was expecting that. They're going to make the attack. Okay, so we've prepared as much as we can. Well, all the highest marches. So they... I wonder if I should have built walls. Well, no, because then they would have tried to starve us out. Now, the biggest problem here is that we don't have any heavy infantry. If these guys do get wiped out, it's fine. Look, if I lose Siwa, it's fine. At the end of the day, I'm set into a fragmented kingdom. I need to be more centralized, more over in the Western Africa. But I'll do what I can to get victory here. Oh, I forgot about this again. I'm always going to forget, aren't I? Alright, so... the biggest problem is going to be those chariots. I don't have anything that's going to be particularly good against them. I need something to lock them down and just fight them. Just keep them from just rolling over everything, but I don't have that. We do have a lot of javelin men. So the plan here is for them... ah, crap. Actually, you know what? I'll send you out here to harass them a little bit. Same with you. Just go and harass them as they're coming into attack. You'll stay... let me just see. Our cavalry's faster than theirs, I think. I'll keep you out here, and what we'll do is... okay, here's the plan. They'll come in through here and begin attacking us. And of course, our guys don't stand a chance against them in melee. But however, while they're standing in here, they have unlimited morale. They will not break. They'll get a few volleys off, which will be good, but that's as far as that's going to go. Then, our cavalry will come around their rear and hit them in the back. Now, they've got some peasants in this army. If we make them break, it might start a mass rout. Because if I recall, chariots are not exactly stable units. They're prone to breaking quite easily. So these Egyptian chariots, do they have archers on them? Yes, we want to stay well away from them. Just to begin with. Let them just walk in here. At least to begin with. So who's this? This is their general. Alright, I'm going to send my cavalry around the back. Get them into loose formation. I don't usually use loose formation, but when we don't have missile superiority, that's when to use them. And we're going to try and snipe their general. If we snipe their general, it's going to be so much easier to break them. Because they don't have a whole lot of numbers with that. Alright. Get over there. And just do the best you can. I think that these Egyptian chariots are going to wreck us, but we'll just see how we go. Go to, at the very least, try to use our javelins. Don't go into melee with them because they've got the advantage there. So if you have a look at their stats, so they've got 5 hit points. come back over here. Might need their help over here because I want them to hit around the back. I think we've killed a single one of them yet. But you... Okay, now we're going. At least we're doing damage to them. And we're keeping them out of this fight over here. Shit. Oh, they're gonna route towards the center. Get them out, get them out, get them out. Don't use flaming shot. Get right over here. Oh, careful. I might need him to actually come through this way. We've used up all of our ammo. We really haven't done that many kills. Try and keep them alive because I still think I'm going to win this battle. And I should be able to retrain them once the stables are built. Good, they're losing a ton of soldiers. That's what we want to see. You can't really call them soldiers, they're losing a ton of men. I don't even know if I can call these men. A ton of boys. So I think their archers are firing back at us. Alright, why don't we go and hit these bowmen. I don't think that they'll be able to beat them, but we'll just see how that goes. So we're not really taking that much damage, just hang back, hang back. Take out the Nubian spears. As for you, I want you to be shooting, keep shooting on them. Just seeing, how are they angling their shots? Get in there. So percentage-wise we're winning, but you know their best units are still on the field. The Egyptian chariot archers are nowhere near as good as the actual general. I just hope he doesn't run away, because that'd mean all the attacks I did on them before was for nothing. I'm gonna make sure we kill him. Wanted to kill him in the beginning of the match, but nope. So we can retrain and recruit all of them again pretty quickly, so that's not a problem. Except for the mercenaries, but they haven't taken much damage. Alright, now, General, I want you to come around over here. We're going to hit the archers. Likely the chariots are coming around this way. This is why archers are better than javelin men, right? Because they've got more ammunition. They last in the fight a lot longer. Yes, javelin men can do more damage in a short fight. But they usually don't do their worth, I think. Oh, there are a few chariots there. We need him close by to them so that they don't break. Okay, you guys come in over here as well. You shoot the Egyptian chariot general. Gotta get rid of these bowmen. Trying to kill off my cavalry, good. Good, we routed their archers. Oh, and their general, good. And we got him. Ha! There we go, I told you I'd win. Just need to get that 85%, make sure we wipe them all out. There's no sense in letting them get back. How do we go with this? crush them.
Victory is yours.
Victory!
Making small amounts of cash. So our diplomat here. I was just going to see if I can get some more out of Egypt by offering them peace. Alright, so we can't move out just yet. That being said, that was probably a very large portion of Egypt's army. How many troops populations here? Yeah, by constantly recruiting as well, it'll enable us to keep the population down. So that's good. Make their missile attack a little bit better. Gotta wait until this cavalry's done. I need more cavalry. And over here... no, I don't want more of that. That provides population growth. Yep, go with it. I wonder if I should build that. Maybe I shouldn't even build anything here. Let's build it in territories that are more important, like over here. So Tinky, yep, go with those farms.
Mighty General! Move out!
Alright, let's get moving. So we're going to take everything with us here.
Mighty General! Move out! Orders? Sire! Onward! Out of moves, great lord!
Okay, so we'll have to lower the taxes.
Sire! My liege! Orders?
Alright, I reckon if we just had a unit of peasants in there, that'll maintain public order.
Mighty General!
So financially, how are we doing now? We still make a little bit of cash. That's good.
Forward! Merging armies!
I might lower the taxes a little bit more.
Sire!
Okay, I need to get some more funds. Okay, maybe don't worry about the... Actually, no, we don't need to retrain that unit this turn. We'll save it for next turn. I do need to recruit it though. Yeah, retrain that now. Save the other one for next turn. Moving on. So Carthage has quite a lot of troops out here. I reckon Numidia is going to be a hell of a lot better fighting people out in the field than in cities.
My liege! March! Mighty General! March! Orders!
Got a pretty large army here.
March! Moves depleted!
Okay, I just want you to come and stand right here. And you got no money. I was going to build a watchtower, but there's no cash.
Merging armies! Mighty General!
My ears are yours. Stealth is my cloak.
It would be best if we could draw them out. We'd be very good against the elephants with our mounted javelin men. That's actually probably the only thing they're good for. So they want to send this motherfucker down here, but him by himself is not going to do anything. And we have no money. They're going back. Probably because I recruited too many units. Oh, we got a new general here. I'm gonna need all the soldiers I can get. So, get over here.
March! Combining troops!
Okay, I need those taxes. So financially, we're going downhill again, but that's okay. Here's the thing though, I need this building here so that I can get more cavalry, but I'm not going to have any money, so I'm not going to be able to afford the cavalry. So maybe I should cancel construction of something. No, because that's going to increase my income. Okay, you. I need a peace treaty maybe with Egypt. Just to see if I can get some cash out of them. Alright, moving on. Okay, so there's Memphis. Oh, it's begging to be attacked. Alright, if I offered them a ceasefire and trade rights and map information in exchange for, let's say, 3,000. Let's see if they'll accept that. Yeah, okay, they're not going to accept anything. Now, I've got the cavalry, but I mean the building, but I don't have the, I don't have enough money. But if we look at this, well, our cavalry's diminished. And those generals are very difficult. Like we got pretty lucky on the previous fight with them.
Mighty general.
What if we fought them out in the field? That would leave Carthage pretty much undefended. And whatever casualties we take, you know, that's reduced our costs. Just want to reorganize my guys.
Forward, my liege. Sire, my liege. Sire.
Especially if we can get rid of those elephants. I think that's crucial.
Engage the enemy.
They have only those as skirmishers. Alright. So the main job for my javelin cavalry, take out those motherfucking elephants. Has to be done.
This will be a grim day.
Got slingers as well. Those are much better than javelin men. Okay, so I just want to keep these guys back for the time being. Put the slingers in the rear. Have the javelin men protect them. Don't want them on skirmish mode. So you guys just hang back for the time being. We'll just use these guys here and we'll harass them. This is Numidian tactics. So yeah, I want this flank here wiped out. If they can just take out those elephants, we'll be fine. Okay, well, again, forget what's this. We got the general charging right at us, so it might actually be better if we deal with him first. I'm not sure if we've even got enough ammunition. This is where I don't like javelin cav. Dealing with other cavalry, you gotta get so close for them to shoot. So I gotta move things around really quickly and micro hard. I can do it, it's alright. No need for me to get into loose formation because we've got the skirmish superiority. It will just create... It'll just make it hard for me to shoot because range is our biggest weakness with these guys. Okay, I think they're being a little bit more passive. Come around over here, we've got to get rid of those elephants. Don't worry about shooting their infantry, that doesn't really matter so much. I don't think this has gone that well to begin with. Javelin Cav just don't get very many kills, that's their biggest problem. They just don't have enough ammo. You just hang back, I'll just micro with these guys here for the time being. Try and get rid of these Javelin Cav. First. Get over Actually, you get a bit closer here, shoot those elephants. If we make them go berserk, that'd be even better. So you're out of ammo, charge in. Okay, once you guys around over here. Oh shit, shit, shit. There was fewer of us than them, but their units won. Because of the difficulty rating, they do get a large bonus. Okay, you come in over here and get rid of them because they're isolated. Actually, get rid of these first. Because they're closer. We gotta use our javelin to get rid of these elephants. Should be able to handle a few of those. You get in there and help as well. Do not get in that close. So far we've only killed one elephant, but we've taken out their cavalry on the flank, so that's something. You're out of ammo, so you can go away. You're out of ammo, so you kill them. Out of ammo as well. So far I've only killed one of their elephants. But the balance of power is definitely moving in our favour. Take it out. In Rome 2, elephants are way more vulnerable to javelins than in Rome 1. It's okay. They must have taken loads of hit point damage, and now they're paying the penalty. Tell them to stop shooting because we don't want to shoot. You finish them off. They'll waste all of their ammunition on those two guys left. Okay. Charge at these Iberian infantry. They're very tired, so that's a good opportunity for us to charge at them. Just swarm them with numbers. Shit, shit, shit. Quick, back off. Don't get close to those elephants. Fucking morons. It's okay, very little damage done. It's good. Oh, their elephants have gone berserk. Excellent. I don't really care if they charge into our front line here. I just want them to get a shot off on them. Oh, should I turn off their javelins? So yeah, back off. So what's this here? Round shield cavalry, they're easy enough to take out. And just stay away from those elephants now. Okay, now we start bringing these guys in. Basically, the way to play as Numidia is just by using skirmish tactics. Now, I'm pretty good with skirmish tactics, so I don't anticipate a whole lot of difficulty. But people who like to just send in the heavy infantry, they're going to hate Numidia. Okay, if they want to finish them off, that's okay. Because there's still going to be a nuisance on the battlefield. Okay, that's enough. So, don't put them on skirmish mode, just get in a little bit closer though. Because there's always a chance that these guys just might run away. Stay away from the elephants. Let's just move forward. Get over here. Continue on with the battle. So now it's a much inferior force that we're up against. We've only lost 7% of our army, but we need to get to 85% if we want to kill off all those elephants. One of the primary reasons we're here is to kill them off. Okay, it's okay if they charge into our line, because like I said, these are trashy units. And he only gets that one charge, so he needs to make it count. Then we charge in with these guys. Aim for the general. They're being super indecisive here. All they've got left is the general. All the damage I'm taking is actually friendly fire, but it's okay, it's still worth it. Maybe I should tell them to stop. The javelin men still got a little bit of ammo. Alright, send them in. You guys come around over here as well, because we don't want him to escape.
As enemies, these men are perfect.
Good, we got him. I'd say that this enemy army has been utterly crushed. We should be free to pretty much march straight to Carthage now. 97% of them dead. I mean, not this turn, we can't get it this turn. But with that army dead, Carthage is left very badly defended.
Orders. Forward. Out of moves, great lord.
Alright, finances. We're actually making money now, so that's good. Because we would have lost a few troops. I want to move forward and hit these guys, but I just know that we need more troops, so I'm relying heavily on these guys. I'm sure they'll succeed. Alright, let's move on. So Carthage is bolstering up its forces, getting ready for its defences. Alright, there's 2 generals in there. That's going to really suck for us to deal with. Because they'll just sit in the town square. These guys, they're not going to do a very good job of it. What we need to do is the age-old trick of... Let's see. It's not really an age-old trick, but this. Force them to come out and fight us in the field. Set up an ambush. So they'll sally out, and that'll play to our advantage, not theirs. Okay, so financially it wasn't actually good for us. We're still losing quite a bit of money. Nothing being constructed. There's nothing I can do about it. Once we take Carthage, that'll fix our finances. Okay, they're sending reinforcements down here. But there is nothing I can do about it. Actually, can we increase taxes here a little bit? Helps a little bit, but not enough to get us out of the shit. They might not actually be able to make it here. Alright, moving on. Yep, this is what we were expecting. We draw them out and kill them.
New troops have arrived on the battlefield! Send them to the point of crisis!
Have to get over to my reinforcements before they catch us. Okay, no problems. Why isn't this guy coming onto the battlefield properly? Okay, good, now he is. I need to try and avoid the walls as much as possible. So they've got some good shit in here, but with them coming out to fight us, we're going to be fine. And we can afford to take a lot of casualties because they can be retrained here. Now, was that their general over here? Killing him early on might help us out a lot. One of the problems is that we're not going to be able to run them down properly until we actually capture the walls. Maybe I should have also built a siege tower. It doesn't matter. Oh no, he wouldn't have been able to do anything with it. Problem is, I want to get in there to start shooting them, but then the towers are going to get me. But that being said, I'm going to take a lot less damage than them. And we've got to kill this general. Let's slow down now. So we just got to create a fluid line, make sure they don't actually hit us. Try and lure them over here, let our generals pick them apart one at a time. See, still charging? Yep. Okay, just want one of you try and chase away these Numidian mercenaries, and both of you hit him. Now, he's not the commander of the battlefield, but we still need to kill him. Okay, lure him into us by letting him nibble on our guys here. Okay, that's not working for us. Get over here. that didn't really work out so well because we didn't kill that very many of him. Okay, you're out of ammo. Same with you. Well, we outnumber him, so that shouldn't be a problem. I just hope none of my generals die in the coming fight. You charge in there. You can do this. Okay, these guys need to charge in here. Get rid of these belly arrow slingers. You guys start coming in as well. I'm not really going to rely too heavily on our archers. Got him, good. Now all we need to do is get them all to rout at the same time. What's this? Skirmishers? Yeah, you guys can take them down. You guys can help with them. Make this unit here break before they recover, and we've got this. Hang on. Don't charge into them because we'll lose casualties charging into belly arrow slingers. As soon as this guy here breaks, we've won. There we go. Now I need to run them all down. And casualties were kept to a pretty minimum.
This land is ours.
I think we really need that cash, so let's exterminate them. Got us out of debt. Maintains the public order, and with that money we can invest in our territories. Okay, he's going to be here soon. Well, actually, that's not as big as what was before. Okay, don't build a wall. I don't think I need it. I think some more... I'll get some more Numidian cavalry because they're cheaper in upkeep. What else am I going to build here? I mean, there's really no point building this because it's just so corrupt. I'm not going to get much out of it. Let's get that. And we'll retrain the units, of course, at the end of the turn. Some people have been saying that you don't need to do that. Well, I don't know. That's just how I've always played it. Okay, so from here, hang on. We need to retrain our units. So we can get the desert infantry here, which their stats aren't actually that bad, but I still think they're just absolute trash. Okay, so there's a few troops down over here, but it's nothing to be too concerned about. So you get in here. Just reorganize them. So what more are we going to get here? So yeah, I want to build the cavalry stables so that we can get our best cavalry. What do we need out of all this? I think we've got enough Numidian cavalry. Let's get some archers.
My liege, mighty general, sire. Mighty general, orders?
Okay, all good. Okay, and we gotta build stuff. So, over here. I guess now the port might come in handy, so we can make a little bit... it really doesn't make that much. We're still better off investing in this, just to get the population up. And here I think also, if we build this, it'll be good for public order. We need that, and reducing corruption is certainly going to be helpful. So financially now, Good, we're in much better standings. Over here, let's see what do we need? Yeah, I need this to grow to the next level. But also, public order's a bit of a nuisance here. So they will need more peasants. That's okay, they only cost 100 in upkeep. Alright, cancel that. Don't worry about Siwa right now. We need to make sure that we're ready to defend this. Because we also have units over here that need retraining. He died of old age. I'm pretty sure, I don't think he was assassinated. No one would have assassins right now. Died peacefully. Oh well. He was an old man, I think. Thapsus would be a lot easier to fight. But still, we're better off drawing them out in the field where it's to our advantage, not theirs.
Mighty general.
Then again, archers are pretty good at dealing with walls, but I just don't have enough of them. We've got to get down here right away. Open the gates for me. That'd be great. If they do open the gates, I'll attack it.
Mighty general.
Okay, why are you not able to make the attack?
Sire. Sire.
Oh, right. They can't all get there anyway.
My liege. Orders.
Not too concerned about that. If he wants to intercept us, that's fine.
March.
I don't like leaving garrisons, so just leave a peasant. And we'll see how it goes. So, yep. Increase the tax rate there. That's good. Okay. Now over here. Now our army's in much better shape here. It's at full strength, apart from this, which we can't retrain. Let's get, can I recruit peasants? No, I need money for that. So cancel that. Let's just build something like this, that's cheaper. Let's get moving.
Sire. Mighty general. Onward. Mighty general. My liege.
Stand on the river crossing here. I think there's probably only a handful of units there, but I'm just worried about what's out this way. We don't have a whole lot of intel.
It's not possible, sire. To hear is to obey. Yes, my liege.
Orders. Mighty general.
Well, whatever, I'm going to besiege it anyway.
Attack.
So get the ladders,
Besieging settlement,
because they'll be
sir.
quicker up on the wall.
Settlement under siege, sir.
Now, if someone wants to attack us, you know, go right ahead. If they're too strong, then we'll withdraw. Should be able to maintain public order. Let's move on. Oh, that's a pretty large army. Alright, can I beat this? Let's see. The problem is that there's our Egyptian chariots. I'm pretty sure, let me just check. So that's Egyptian chariot general with 85 men. There's 3 on each chariot, that's quite a lot. This one here, also another chariot unit. 3 chariot units. This is too much to handle. There are other units. Look, just the generals on their own is too much for us to handle. What we need to do is fight the battle manually on the map, but just withdraw. Because if I just click withdraw from battle, they'll be able to catch up to me.
Today is a good day.
Alright, so our withdrawal point will be this spot here. Yeah, we can't even hang around for a little bit to skirmish just because they'll outrange us.
The enemy have proved their cowardice. They have reinforcements.
Too many.
As if numbers mattered.
Because if we withdraw like this, then we can withdraw a lot further. They'll probably go all the way back to Thebes.
To the hills. The siege is broken. No more.
We need to prepare our defenses. That is too much for us to handle. Like I said, when it comes to this, if they do come here, we want them to attack us immediately. The walls aren't going to help us very much. So we need more archers will definitely come in handy, and we're going to need those desert infantry to hold the line. Because they'll do better against chariots than the other units, but if nothing else, you just use them to soak up damage. What's their upkeep costs? Oh, there's only 160 of them, not 240. So I don't know about them. Oh, whatever. Let's hope the gates can be opened here. Ah, damn it, because I really need to attack them. Now, I think they had one of their generals making their way towards here. I didn't build any watchtowers, but I know there's rebels there. Maybe if we get lucky, they'll beat them back. So, expect to see Egyptian forces down here soon. Now, is Egypt at war with anyone else? No. So now might be a good time for the Seleucids to pick on them, because all their forces are down in the south. Yeah, can only recruit one unit at a time. Now over here, I would like to make a boat, but we just don't have any money. Oh well. Moving on. So he would have gone back to here. Alright, time to hit Thapsus. Oh, now they open the gate. Well, fine. Focus on a bit of a skirmish first, try and damage them without taking any casualties. And then, here's the problem, assaulting this without any melee infantry, it's difficult. So we need to make as many breaches as possible and just shoot them. Gotta be efficient with our shots. Right, so to begin with, just put the rams there. So I just want to just shoot over the walls to begin with. Okay, so there's 3 possible breaches that we can make here. Let's get the javelin men to ram these sections down, and whatever troops are like behind the damaged walls will be able to shoot a lot easier. So where are they shooting? The temple is just not really that much of a concern, but really just any kills are needed. Slingers aren't... they're not close enough. Got to angle their shot because they can't arc them as much as archers. Hence why I always find archers are better, because I often find myself in these positions. It's a good thing that balance of power is massively in our favor, because these guys here, they're rated much higher than they should be, because they're really not going to get a lot of kills. So the archers have used up about a third of their ammo. I reckon they're just doing an amazing job for us here. Maybe get them a little bit closer.
Your soldiers and the battling ram are at the walls. Now comes the test of their courage.
They're getting some kills over here. No, they can't reach that.
Cannot hide. You have breached the walls. Begin the slaughter.
Yes, it's going to be a pretty slow slaughter because if we just go charging in there, we got no melee infantry. Okay, you can start shooting whenever you're ready. All of you can now. You come right over here, see if you can shoot them. So how much have we killed of them so far? We've only killed a third of them. That's not good. We need to have killed a lot more than that. I thought we had done better than this. Now, they've got guys standing over here. These are javelin men. Okay, what I should do... send the general and, well, the two generals over here to go kill them, because they'll be easy. Save wasting ammunition on them. Quickly get over there and kill them. Because these two are my only melee infantry. Okay, so you did a great job. 33% pretty much just with you. A few more archers, it would have gone a lot easier, but I didn't have time to wait around. We've got to keep boosting our economy by conquering more. Because the thing is, dagging around, it just makes the enemy even stronger, so you're better off hitting them while they're weak. Okay, you got round shield cavalry coming in from over here. They come around the other side as well. I bet you deal with them. They'll probably just break immediately. Where's the general? Need to make sure he's not in combat. Same with you. Although, if he does die, it doesn't really matter too much. Oh, they're coming out. That's fine, I guess. If you guys could stand back over here a little bit. Get the cavalry over here. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Very nice. It's good to see they're not breaking. Not yet, anyway. Just freaking go in melee then. If you're not going to do anything. So we've killed 70% of them now. That's great. Shit. Oh, double shit. And I forgot to pay attention to what he was up to. Try and get him out of there. Because I just checked over there and I thought he was fine. Where is he? Okay, he's gotten out of there, he's fine. That was a bit of a blunder there. But one that's not going to cost us that much. Okay, you guys back off. Back off. Don't go in here just yet, we're not ready.
Your men have taken the walls. Now the way to your victory is clear.
Shoot the enemy general. Okay, is he out of the walls? Okay, he's out. Good. Okay, charge in with them, because we got to get rid of them. And I can... With the general in close proximity, they'll make sure they don't break. Okay, we should be able to break them easily as well, because they're exhausted. Just make sure that the king himself does not get killed. Shit, he's right up front. Get him out of there. I just need to make sure he doesn't die, obviously. Oh, you stupid shit. Luckily, they can be very difficult to manage inside of the settlement, but it's okay.
Is there any point in killing him?
Alright, we got him.
Has been killed. Now we will see the measure of his soldiers' courage.
Okay, so they've only got a handful of men left. You guys just get into formation over here. And I want to bring in the slingers now. And shoot them. They're building a practice range. Well, we can't just wait around for them to construct everything for us. Try and pull them out of the town square. If we can get the general to go around their back, I should have been in position before. Oh, never mind, that broke anyway.
Victory is sweet.
We've so far absolutely handed Carthage its ass.
This land is ours.
Yeah, I still need that money. So we went and build a watchtower over here. At least we know where he is. I'll need to send a detachment to go and beat him. Okay, the spy. I want to know what's going down here. So if we look at Carthage here now, it's not going to be particularly accurate. They're still considered quite stronger than us. But financially we're in a much better place. I mean, I still need to... Basically, I'm using that money over there to bolster our army here so that we can fight the Egyptians. At the moment, this army here is not financed by these two settlements. We need to take more settlements in order for it to be worth it. I'll tell you what, a spy would be useful. Because this doesn't really count. I mean, part of the problem is I wouldn't have made that attack there if I had known what was here. I just can't see.
Yes, my liege.
We built a marketplace here. Okay. If we build a market, we can get a spy. Yeah, we'll need to maintain public order. And over here, still building this. I'm going to get some more archers, yeah. I don't really care too much for desert infantry. Those archers in that battle really did a good job. So, what about our army here? How much of it can be retrained? Just the javelin men, but they took a lot of damage, so that's okay. These guys took a little bit, so they can be retrained. So what we'll do here is we'll go through the end turn and end the episode there.
My liege. My liege. My liege.
Can't retrain the slingers. Yeah, get some more for the time being, and actually get a ship. Okay, what else can we construct? I'd like to build this, but we just can't, so get a port. Moving on. Good, that'll make it easier for us to hunt him down.
My ears are yours. None shall see.
Oh, we could easily handle that. But yeah, we absolutely cannot leave him here. So we'll send a small detachment, a few cavalry to go hunt him down. And the rest of us, with the infantry, will make our way over here and lay siege to Lepsis Magna. Then we'll need to double back and start making our way into Italy. Don't really care about this settlement. These guys are on their own here, trying to deal with this. I'll probably come out here and fight them because they've made a mistake. Oh, there's a lot of generals. Actually, I think it's just one. No, yeah, just one general, and there's a few units here and there. And we've bolstered our forces by quite a lot, so maybe we can overthrow them. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, that's the end of this episode, guys, so like and subscribe. Part 2 is next, and don't forget to visit me on Facebook. See you next time, fuckers.